It's time for the month 2 diet update. Unfortunately, I am 4 days late, and I really have no excuse. Sorry. I got nothing. So, weighed in at 252. So that is down from a start weight of 267.4. Not really thrilled with that. I was hoping to at least be 250 or below. So 2 pounds. But I will say I'm really enjoying keto. I think it is a very good diet for me. I have fairly good energy throughout the day. It's pretty level. I'm not getting that crash after lunch, like I need caffeine to keep going, or needing a nap, like a siesta, and not really getting sugar cravings or getting hungry at all. So it's pretty nice for dieting overall. The one thing I will say is you have no endurance for working out at all. I mean, I'm still getting those pumps walking up the stairs for work, which is not ideal for doing the type of training that we were doing. So that's it for the weight, and if that's all you care about, you can go ahead and turn out here, because I'm going to talk about training now that I've actually finally went and deleted all of these unnecessary videos I had on my camera, such as 45 minutes of me mowing the lawn. Nobody needs to see that. And it was on my camera. I tried recording this like 3 times, and the memory was full. So that's a big fail on my part. And I apologize to myself for making me have to go do that now. So, I was, as I mentioned, trying to do some high rep, low rest period, more like bodybuilding, hypertrophy style workouts to keep the heart rate up, the blood flowing, make sure that I was burning a bunch of calories. That doesn't work on keto. Like, I just can't do it. So, last week, I decided, you know, I want to see where I'm at. I haven't deadlifted more than once since the competition in August, and 2 months prior to that, we were only doing neutral grip on the side, similar to a trap bar deadlift, which does not really carry over very well to a conventional deadlift at all. And we did 405, I think 2 sets of 5, but we just wanted to kind of do some work. So I wanted to see where I was at, and managed to pull this. Harder than I wanted it to be. How'd it look?
Look good.
So that was 495. Not really happy with how it felt or how it moved. And even though I kind of felt, you know, that's probably all I got today, I went ahead and pushed it to 515, and that was not happening at all. That is a big jump there.
That looked a lot like me trying to pull.
And there were some things that happened during the week, so I wasn't able to work out Wednesday like I had planned. And Friday night, we decided to see where we are on the bench. Now, benching, we've been doing a couple of sessions of reps, very low weight. I think like we were doing 185 for 7 sets of 10 with 30 seconds rest, and then doing negatives. And, whew, my chest was on fire after that. Man. Well, obviously I wasn't going to work on keto, so tried benching. And I got really upset with Glenn here on this first attempt at 300. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Seriously? What are you doing?
As soon as you said something, I thought...
I didn't say anything. You just grabbed it, and I said got it.
Sorry.
Why are you grabbing it? So what happened there is it got hard, and I started pushing, and he thought I was failing, and he grabbed it, and I was like, no, I got it, and he pulled it off of me. Ooh, I was so mad. But after calming down, which took a while, I'll admit, I'm a little grumpy, I did 300 again, and it was not pretty. It was ugly, it was hard, it was slow, it was a grinder, and I'm embarrassed that I've let my bench suck this bad for so long. Just slow. So I went ahead. I knew I wasn't going to get it, but I just wanted to put 315 on the bar to feel it, and I just did the negative with 315, and oh my goodness, that felt so heavy. That was awful. Saturday, we went out to Midland. Well, I say we. I went out, and I don't count as two people. Glenn went to a wedding because apparently that's more fun than trying to kill yourself with Strength Wars cardio. But if you haven't seen that, I'll link that in the comment section. And Tony invited me out there. It was a really cool challenge, and I just wanted to go and see if I could do it on keto, because I haven't tried doing anything like that while on carbs. How is it going to work on a deficit and not having any carbs? Well, let me tell you how it went. On the second event, which was the overhead, right after rep 5, all of a sudden everything in my body was like, no, everything felt sluggish. I started to breathe a little bit harder, which was going to happen anyways because cardio, you know, I'm not in shape at all. And I just could not find my breath, and then trying to walk with the stone, I couldn't get my legs to move. With the farmers, my legs wouldn't move. It just felt like I was slow, in slow motion. That's the best thing I can describe. But really, I'm overall happy with how that went. I didn't die, and I finished it, but then my lungs were on fire. I was coughing, like I couldn't talk for more than 5 seconds without busting out coughing. Felt like I bruised something in this region here. Just a very unpleasant feeling, but it was awesome. They were doing max deadlifts, and I went ahead and just tried to pull, even though I knew I wasn't recovered, I wasn't going to be able to do anything. It was a good time, really enjoyed it. But this was right before I had decided I was going to change my programming. So what I'm going to do, despite the fact that everyone out there will tell you don't try and get stronger while on a diet, and don't worry about the weight on a diet, you know, good advice for everybody. I'm going to try and get my lifts back up on the diet because I want to lift heavier. I think keto actually works fairly well for doing low reps, which lets me focus on strength. You know, working in the 5 and under rep range works good for me. And on top of that, we're going to go ahead and try and keep up as much conditioning as we can. Unfortunately, it's been raining like crazy over here, so I haven't got to pull out the sled. It is starting to get colder though, so we're going to be using the sled, the rower, throwing in some strongman work from here and there. But I'm going to be working on getting my lifts back up to where they were, since I haven't tried to overhead heavy or bench heavy since shoulder surgery last year, and we're coming up in about 2 weeks. It'll be a year since shoulder surgery. Still cannot do some things with the shoulder, but that's no excuse. Gonna get the deadlift back up, gonna get that squat moving again, and I'm going to probably film kind of a little bit of the journey, but the videos get really long when you're dealing with 2 people. So if I record everything Glenn does and everything I do, it ends up being a really long video. And I mean, just me talking right now, we're at 7.5 minutes. So as you can imagine, if I record every single set that Glenn and I do, it's going to be way too long. So let me know what you actually want to see in this. And if you want some commentary, commentary separate. If you want, you know, high quality video with some music in there, and I'm sure I'll do some stuff that I just feel like doing. But I made a peaking program for my deadlift now would have been 2 years ago, and I really like it, really enjoyed it, and I expanded it out a little bit. So not going to be maxing in December unless something ends up happening with Tony. He's talking about doing a powerlifting meet, so either that will be in December or January. It's going to be an unofficial thing, kind of like the Strength Wars. Just get together with a bunch of guys and do something cool. So I may have to just go ahead and do a max unplanned on that, but I want to get my strength levels back to where they were. The diet is staying, even though right now all I want to do is just eat a bunch of carbs and go lift as heavy as possible. The urge to do that, especially as I'm watching everybody else max on deadlift and I'm over here dying, gasping and wheezing, and I can't find anything in me to move at all. But I'm going to fight the temptation. The goal is still to get down to that next weight class, which is 231.5, and I'm really hoping to have that done by December. I'll give myself to the end of January if I really slack off hard, but I'm pretty happy with how the dieting itself is going. But that is it for this update. As I said, if you paid attention this far, thank you. Please comment down below what you want to see, what you're curious about. If you care, if you don't care, I don't care, whatever. I just want some communication. That's one of the things. I'm here because I want to improve, and I watch your guys' channel because I want to watch you guys improve. I don't want this just to be a, hey, watch my videos. I don't monetize. I don't do any of this stuff to try and be famous or anything else. Obviously, as you can tell from my subscriber count, it's not something that I really do, and I'm not interested in a sub for sub. If I've subscribed to your channel, it's because I see something that I like. You are trying to improve yourself. You're trying to either work on losing weight, improve your aesthetics, improve your physique, which comes into aesthetics, become a personal trainer and help other people, just giving information out there, or you're trying to compete in strength sports or CrossFit or anything else. So I really want this to be a community where we're helping each other. That is it for me. I have rambled on way too long for this video. Go lift something heavy.